of the SS show. I'm down in town. I've just come down. I'm going to meet the wife in a few minutes. Show you where we are. We are at the new flats that have just been built, and how much better does that actually look? After problems with having the windows smashed and everything, it looks just about finished. Communal parking, as you can see. Let's take a walk around the front of it. I don't know how many bedrooms they actually are. They've planted a tree in the corner here as well, by the looks on it. But yeah, look at it. Now that would have been a building that would have been left to rot. Shame about who's letting them out. But anyway, I think it looks really, really nice. In fact, I'm very impressed. They could have done a lot more with the sign up there, the signage. But I really like it. And it's an absolutely beautiful cold morning, and it is a bloody cold. In fact, it's effing freezing. Here's where we are down near the train station. Train station? Police station? Why the friggin' hell did I just say train station? What an idiot. But I'm going to take a walk into town. All nice and quiet in Melton. As it should be. I'm going to take a walk up through the boneyard, I think. Looks like all the fly tipping's been sorted out again, which is a good thing. Now, there is a reason I'm actually doing this live feed. Rupert Matthews, who wanted to become the Mayor of Leicester, recently been told he's going to be losing his job as Crime Commissioner or Police Commissioner of Leicestershire. It was a 78k a year job. And what did he do for that 78k a year? Eat biscuits and drink tea, or cake. Ate a lot of cake. That's all he seemed to do. And then jumped ship from Tory to Reform. I wonder how Reform feel about it. I will be asking them next time I'm in town how they actually feel about him jumping ship to Reform and then basically getting the sack from being the Crime Commissioner of Leicestershire. And he just recently employed 2 more people that would have been on bloody good money and all. This is going to save Leicestershire nigh on 100 grand a year. That's a lot of money, really, for little things that could be done. Now I'm just walking towards the King's Head. These flats, we don't know who they're going to be rented to yet. I know we've got confirmation of 70 migrants moving to Melton. Now this time last year here in the boneyard, there were tents. There was homeless people down here living in tents, whilst we had other people being put in hotels. And the year before, remember 2022, we had a particular hotel in Melton that was being used for migrants, whilst people slept in tents down here, homeless themselves, which I thought at the time was disgusting. Now I'm just going to walk around the corner here, and we're going to go and take a look at the back of the King's Head and see what's going on with this place as well, because I know it seems to be taking quite some time to actually get this place sorted out. We're just up the way from the grain store. Bloody hell, it's freezing. So this is the back of the King's Head. This is going to be single occupancy residences as well, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I have spoke to the guy that owns the building. I believe he's an Indian guy from India. Not 100% sure on that. He may be from Pakistan or somewhere around that area. But it just seems to be taking a long time to actually do the place. It's been nigh on 4 years, maybe 5 years, probably even longer. Now, why is this place all taped off? Why is all that taped off? Now, I do find that a little odd. Anybody know why all this is taped off? And why there's stuff outside of it? Odd. Now we're around the back of the White Line at the minute. I'm just going to take a walk to the front of the King's Head. This is what's happening in Melton on a Monday. Not a lot happens. A very quiet town. We've obviously got the security. Or ball cams, as I like to call them. Now, I've just been chatting to a guy in town who comes down to the Reform Centre and asks questions, and apparently I've been receiving some good press just recently from NBC for a particular thing that I did, a particular thing about reform. Not telling the full truth and stuff, but we know that all political parties can do that. The idea is that when I do come down and do these political things in town, I want everybody to have a fair crack of the whip, if you know what I mean. I want everybody to be equally interested in doing the marquees that come down here. Look at that. Love this place. Beautiful building. Said it was built in 1872. I believe it's something to do with the grain store now, which is a charity that give out food to the homeless. So yeah, here's the other place, the King's Head. It's had basically a couple of new windows fitted, and that's about it, which I find odd. As you can see, but I know that it is going to be turned into flats. Now, who them flats will be for, again, I do not know. And then there's this place over the road, which used to be the Roadhouse and the mall. Now, I used to go in there in my childhood, but it looks like sometime over the weekend someone's decided to have a bit of fun with it and bust the window. That's been kicked, isn't it? That's been booted in, that has. Someone's tried getting in there. For definite, I think that needs addressing. I mean, you look at this one, perfectly fine. You look at that one, all smashed. There you go. Let's walk around the corner and go and take a look at what you'd be getting for your money in here. It's a big old mall. So what I'll do is I'm going to take a walk down a derogatory alley. This was the Roadhouse. You can see where the sign was on the wall. Now, this was a fantastic nightclub I used to go to every weekend when I was a little younger, if you want to put it like that. Harwood House, now a new dentist, private GP, right next door to a mosque. Again, I ask who's going to be moving into all these flats and stuff. So that's your Harwood House. This used to be for the farmers. So you can read there on the wall, for farmers by farmers. And that was called, when was this built? 1919. It's got a bit of a broken window at the top there, but I'm sure that'll be fixed in due course. A big shame across the road. A really big shame that that place shut down. It was a little expensive, but the food was on point. Absolutely beautiful cafe. Off the beaten path. So we'll take a walk down here. Is that someone's moving offices or something? It's been dumped. dumped in the alleyway. As you can see, a fridge. That'll need collecting and degassing. And this alley leads you straight back down into the centre of town behind the George Hotel. Yeah, someone's moving out these offices here by the looks of it. I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. I lost the signal. Good signal down the back here for some reason. But yeah, back right into the centre of town. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and show you where I've just been. I've just been up there, right at the back where the alley is. We've only got 24 people watching from 224 now. This down here used to be Lloyd's TSB. Now we've got places like this shutting all the time in town, and we get shops shut and open and shut and open. We've had a Poundland, we've had a Pound Stretcher, we've had a Pound Dibbler, a Pound Dobbler, and all the rest of the fucking pound shops and betting shops and Turkish barbers and nail bars and everything else and vape shops. We're getting it all here in Melton, which isn't the best thing for Melton in my opinion. Surely we could ask who exactly it is that does that. I know that there's a particular person that owns most of the building in Melton and charges extortionate business rates. But as we walk down towards Edward Arger's MP's office, I just wondered when he was actually quitting. I thought he was quitting. Now this building here hasn't been used for years, and when I say years I mean stupid amounts of time. It's so derelict, it's unbelievable, but it looks like it's kept nice inside. But that used to be Games World when I were a kid. Walking back up into town, past the closed bank. I'll be doing a live later. We've got an update on a particular page on Facebook, a hate page, and that's what it is. I'm not going to beat around the bush, it is a hate page. That's me, yeah. Pardon? I'm alright mate, not bad, just doing a bit of a video on the closed shops and everything round town sort of thing. There's too many of them. We're just talking about the bank at the minute and when this shut. All we've got now is Turkish barbers and nail bars.
Yeah, you did put
I don't need a haircut, but...
I did put a tick, you did put a tick when I put a message on.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate your support as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much mate, catch you later.
What we're going to do about these silent sleepers?
Well, we've got 70 moving to Melton, which is confirmed. 70.
Come in here?
Yeah. That's been confirmed. Where they're actually going is going to be, I think, HMOs. So houses that are rented out, they have to have a particular licence for multiple occupancy. So I know we've got one at West Avenue, but I'm keeping the ear to the ground on the other ones at the moment. So probably more, we'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. I know. Chat to you later. So there's one of my supporters of my channel saying he's sick of the asylum seekers and stuff like that in Melton, which is understandable. Again, we have banks that close down here all the time. There's loads of shops that have shut just recently. This is the front of the George Hotel. Well, what used to be a hotel, it's now, I believe it's flats now. Let's have a look actually while we're here. Yeah, we had another bank just up the way here. This used to be called Bank Street. It's not known as Bank Street, but that's what everybody in Melton called it. This was NatWest, which was recently shut. The NatWest Bank, as you can see, now all closed for business with the cash machine that's shut. So we turn around, we've got the George Hotel. And if you look up here, looks like they're struggling to rent a couple of the rooms or flats out here for some reason. If anybody knows, leave a comment. But yeah, bit of a ghost town. We've got a new dentist hopefully opening where Clinton Card used to be. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Oh, going to walk into the centre of town, and then I'm going to call it a day with this live, because I want to save some of my data. So that was just literally a quick walk around this morning. Sorry it hasn't been very exciting. We get shops like this, which ain't a bad shop if you want brick and bracken stuff like that. And Melton isn't a bad place either. But there you go. If you like this, please go and like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.